Hello, hi you. It's me, Candice, Sister Minh from Happy Catastrophe. And I'm here, it's Saturday night, and I'm tired and a little achy and stuff from work. My Saturdays are usually spent resting. But I really wanted to connect with you tonight. I was missing you. So I pulled together my list. I kind of wrote it on a back page of this almost finished coloring journal of everything that I'm going to do in November. So I thought, let's just do November's planned pages, and then if you want to buddy with me, you can, and we can get that plan squared away even before October ends. Wouldn't that be great to be prepared? So let's set the stage. It's nighttime. You might be able to hear a little whirring sound, a blower in the background. That's my fireplace. It is, we're having beautiful fall days in the Mackenzie Forest here in Oregon. It's very cold at night and in the morning, and then warming up to these gorgeous, sunny, beautiful days, like t-shirt weather. People were out mowing their lawns and stuff. And then cooling back down at night. So I have a sweatshirt on, one of my favorite soft ones. It's very old. You'll even see some ink stains on it because I use it for coloring a lot. But it's very comfortable. And my fire is going. Jack is behind me on the couch asleep. And tonight I'm drinking just, I once again, this is that hibiscus fruity tea that's for ice water. You put the tea bag, I think it's right here. You put the tea bag in the ice water. My ice is all melted. Sad. You put the tea bag in the water, and then it's made to make ice water taste good. I kind of like it. So it's an ice water tea. So let's get started. I'm going to put my list over here on the side. Now, same story as every month since I started doing this is these are the pages I'm planning. I have really planned myself. I've tried to make it not quite as heavy as October was, because October has been a little bit stressful as we get to the end for me to finish all my buddies. So I lightened up a little bit in November. So these are the pages I'm doing. If you have the book and want to buddy with me, let me know. You'll probably be budding in a small group with me and a few other people. And thought there was something more to say, but and I'm sort of joining Amy from Amy Wart Art. She's doing a new book November. She's got a hashtag that's out for working in untouched books, and she's working in nothing but untouched books in November. So except for the buddies that I already had set up prior to deciding this, all of my books are untouched because I really want to do a big push for the end of the year. So the first one is in Dimensions. So many of you have gotten interested in this book. You said you heard me talk about it and you wanted to try it out, and I'm so glad. I was talking to someone in the group. We now have a small group for Dimensions, and I'm not going to color a page every month, but you know, these are people who I colored. It started with just a couple buddies coloring something for October, and then they're like, hey, you want to do something for November too? And I said, sure. So it'll probably, come and go. But the page that this small group wanted to do this month, well, I'll show you the page we did. This is the, this book, this is the one we're going to do for November. They let me choose. So I picked like 4 or 5 that I thought were interesting. This is one I love because this book, I don't choose images for what's the storyline or what's going on in the image. I pick it for how 3D it looks, for the effect, because I want to really work with that effect. So I thought this one was really cool. And then of course, the airships in the sky is kind of fun. But I think this book is highly misunderstood, which is why I've highlighted it a little bit. And now a lot of people are getting it, and they're seeing that it's kind of magical. I mean, all the shading is done for you. Now, some folks in the group have experimented with colored pencils, and you can still see the shading through. It's not as dramatic as when you use markers. So the more transparent the medium, so I think if you did colored pencils lightly, you need to be able to see the shading through it. It's this shading. So, but where there's no shading, an opaque medium would be fine. But for me, I like to do it all in alcohol markers, and I rarely do any shading or anything on top. I mean, you've seen the pages I've done in here. This has no shading. This is just alcohol markers with some glitter pin. That one, it's just because the shading's done for you, it turns out to be a really easy color. I did this in September. You just color and the shading shows through the markers, and then you don't really have to do anything. Yeah, I did that in Space Timber too. So we're gonna do this one. So if you're interested, hit me up. There's a few of us that are doing this page together this month, and yeah, you could do it. It's gonna be fun. All right. That's in Dimensions by Francois Gautier, which I forgot to say. Same artist that does the Gothica books, of which I still don't have Nightmare. I need to get it. Okay, you recently saw me enter my Kirby Rosanus collection. I did figure out I was missing one, and that's Geomorphia. So I went on eBay and got it for like $5. So it's on its way. And then I will have his collection. I don't have his Doodle Invasion ones. I'd love to, but the ones I've seen are reprints, and they're on like Create Space paper, and yeah, I don't want that. This I have, but of the collection I have, and you saw when I was entering these books into my new book inventory journal, that I had two that were untouched, and it was Anamorphia and Phantomorphia. And I had decided I was going to color out a Phantomorphia. But doing that video with you, I fell in love with Anamorphia, and now I want to do a double page spread in this because I realized I didn't really have any other double page spreads planned. So here it is. So I'm going to do the chicken ones that I talked about. Yes. I'm doing the chickens because I've been spending a lot of time with my chickens, and you guys all saw that in a video. And I, as you learned in one of my videos, Lollipop turned out to be a rooster. I have 4 roosters, but I have 2 that are the same size. They're best friends, and I thought Elvis and Lollipop were a couple. I thought Elvis had taken her on as his hen because they were raised together. Lollipop turned out to be another rooster, so it just turns out it's 2 roosters that hang out together. So I'm gonna make this like Lollipop and Elvis, and here I'll show you some pictures of them. This is Lollipop. So my challenge will be that he is a white chicken. So how do I make a white chicken? So I'm going to probably be looking at some tutorials and what other people have done to make something look white. And then here is Elvis, and he's a solid black chicken with a gorgeous comb. And so I will be also challenged to make something black that you can still see shading and highlights. So this is the page I'm doing, and I'm really excited about it. And I really just want to make a tribute to Lollipop and Elvis. I picked this one for Elvis because his wattle and his comb, well, this one's comb is actually bigger, but he just looks more like Elvis. And of course, Lollipop has the blue skin and stuff, so that'll be fun. Lollipop is a silky, and Elvis is a blue sapphire frizzled cochin mix. And so he's, but he's really big. He's bigger than both his parents. So I'm very excited about this page. So if you feel like doing chickens for a double page, you certainly can. I currently, at the making of this video, don't have a buddy on this mostly probably because I just decided yesterday. All right, so that's Anamorphia. Okay. That's a maybe. This one, Fairies in Dreamland. It's the only one of hers that I have not colored in, and I can't tell you why. I love this book. I love all of her books. But for some reason, this one, I mean, her fairies are as fun and funky as her mermaids are. And of course, this is Denise Klett, a Disney artist. And the paper is fantastic. It's single-sided. She does the gnomes in the neighborhood and the mermaids in paradise, which unfortunately is out of print and is a holy grail book if you can find it. Very hard to find. So I had a really hard time deciding because all of these are so good, and I love I love them because this is me napping, all the time wanting to sleep with my chronic fatigue. So I chose, so far, where I put my marker was here, because now looking at it, I'm not sure why. I think because I wanted to make these really soft light sources and then do a background, and I thought it wouldn't be too terribly hard. The only thing negative about this book for me is it's heavy on the florals, which all of hers are, all of Denise's are, and I'm not crazy about doing flowers and flowers and flowers. But she's also got her funky birds in here. There's an adorable pig that shows up. Often the fairies are reading. This is another one I thought of. There's the pig. This book is just so sweet. This one I thought about too. She's sleeping upright. I often do that with her pig. And then I thought about making these all little soft, all the flowers that point down like that. Yeah, I'm gonna make those into some sort of soft light source and then make it like dark out. But honestly, I will probably change my mind because they're just so dang cute. I'll probably sit down and be like, oof, not that one. I can guarantee you it won't be this one. But I may change my mind. Look at all those pillows. There's one where the pig is in the bed and the fairy's a little disconcerted about that. It's just adorable. So yeah, I've got this one marked because I needed to pick one. So for right now, this is the one I'm going to do. Could I be talked into something else? Absolutely. But I'm going to do just one out of Fairies in Dreamland. All right. I got to make sure I contain myself when it comes to buddies because I get so many. Okay, this was a gift. And as all my R.J. Hampsons have been gifts, and this is the only one that's not colored in. This was a gift from my friend Carrie Carrie, and of course I love it, and of course I love the dark pages, and this one has always made me laugh, even though there's way too many flowers in it. I love this guy here, so I picked this one to do. I've seen a lot of you do it. I mean, for a lot of people, it was the first page out of this book that you did just because he's so funny. It's called Busted. He's busted. So there is a light version of it, but with the dark version, there's less coloring because the background's already dark. So I'm going to do this. So Busted. Yeah. So that's R.J. Hampson's Moonlight Mischief, which there he is right there on the cover. Maybe I'll just copy those clothes. Actually, this is sort of like that drawing. But yeah, maybe if you'd like to do that page with me, let me know. But then I'll have all those wonderful gifts, I believe. I'll have to check. I may not have colored in, we entered these in the new journal. Let's look. I may not have colored in the Fogarty one because I might still have that one. If I still have that one, I may have to pull that out too. Moonlight Mischief, Around the World's been colored in. Lost to Found has been colored in 3 times. And then I got the Frog's Tail. Ooh, Frog's Tail hasn't been colored in. Okay, I might be adding Frog's Tail because I really wanted to very much want to get any book that was a gift colored in by the end of the year. So yeah, I might be adding Frog's Tail as well. I'll look at it tonight. Okay, this one has been colored in, right? Yes, 1 page. And I got distracted with the Halloween Matchstick Mouse for October. So I've done quite a few in there, but I didn't do any in the autumn. So even though this one has a page in it, because I am a seasonal colorist, I'd like to do a page in this or something. So often what I do with Matchstick is like I'll be feeling sort of brain dead one night, or I'm in between tough pages, I just need a break, and I'll just open it up and color a page. In fact, that's adorable right there. Snail mail. So that's probably what will happen with Matchstick Mouse. Now, if you're working out of this book, there is a hashtag for this book too. If you're working out of this book and you want to do a page, just let me know. If I say no, it's because I've already done a few and I need to get moving on to something else. But I I haven't said no yet. So speaking of saying no, someone at the very recently, towards the end of the month, asked me to do a page, and I said yes. It must be in Halloween. It's the one where he's got the shell, the nut shell, and I can't find that conversation anywhere. So if you have not heard from me about a Matchstick Mouse buddy, because at this point I have finished all of the Matchstick Mouse buddies that I have written down for October. It might have been this one. If you asked me to do a Matchstick Mouse page for October and I said yes, and you haven't heard from me yet, please get a hold of me because according to my list, I'm done. But there's something nagging at me, like there was one more I said yes to, and I've looked for that conversation. Can't find it. So please do get hold of me, because you should have heard from me by now. All right. Ooh, this one. Yokai. Okay, I don't have any book other than Alien Worlds that I'm wanting to color in every month. But I do have a couple books that I'm working with people that we want to work together. We would like to do the entire book eventually. So, we don't do one every month, but we do when we feel like it. And this one is a book like that. So this book is with, I know who it is, but I don't know you. It's just that I'm tired and my brain is dead and True Not Cat. It's Kathy. A True Not Cat. Kathy, my friend Kathy. So True Not Cat, Kathy. Hold on, let me pick up some markers. Oh, I'm a mess. She got this book too. I flipped it, and if you haven't seen that flip, I'm not trying to brag or toot my own horn, but it's a funny video because this book cracked me up. I had no idea what I was getting into, and every page was a shocker for me. So it's kind of funny. But I fell in love with this book. This book is single-sided and good paper, and very entertaining and very easy wins. You'll see this in my October finished pages. Kathy and I did this one this month. And what she did was she just picked 3 that she liked and said, I like all 3 of these. Which one do you want to do this month? And I said, hey, let's just do all 3. We'll do the Odama or the Kodama for October. And then when we get around to it, we'll just make these 3 the first 3 we do. And when we're done with those 3, whenever that is, we'll pick another 3. So the next one, she picked the Kendatsuba. And these are actually musicians and messengers of the gods and protect children. They're actually one of the rare good ones in here, friendly ones. And then she also picked the third one we're doing. Well, these aren't in any kind of order, but I'm going to do this one next. And I'm probably going to do it for November, just because I'm loving working in this book. So I think I'm just going to keep on working until I feel like doing something else, until I feel like putting it on the shelf for a bit. Because I never work in a book if it feels like a chore. That's why I don't take on full book projects and commit to the same book every month. I just can't do that. I get bored. This is Itsumare. This one is a scary one. This one, it flies over areas where suffering and death are rampant, especially if nothing being done to alleviate the pain. So this is sort of indicative of some areas of the world right now. And so these are the 3 we're working on now. And when we both finish these 3, we'll pick 3 more. So if you'd like to do a buddy with me, I am going to do the Kendatsuba for November. And if you want to do this page at a yokai with me, let me know. This book is absolutely wonderful. I love this artist. Davy Yakusa is what he calls himself. And just fantastic. Fun book. So yokai, yes, for November. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, yes. Mouse Guard. Okay, yokai was a book that wasn't untouched. It was untouched this month, but I am continuing on with it. Mouse Guard is also not an untouched book, but it's a barely touched book. And I've been working this. Dana from Dabbler D. This is not the one we're doing. This is not the one we're doing this month. We are doing The Feast, right? So Dana from Dabbler D, I have done this page, and I have done this page. Now, I love Mouse Guard, this book, a lot. It's fairly easy because so much is darkened for you. And super tips, water-based markers work great on this paper. So that's kind of what I tend to use. This is what Dana and I did last month, September, in August or September. And so we just sort of get in touch with each other whenever one of us feels like working on Mouse Guard again, and we do a buddy, because we both would like to finish this book. This book is a fun book, really fun. And if you're looking for it, it's out of print, but just today another one went on eBay for $45, which is about the price you're going to pay. A few folks have gotten lucky to get it under $40, but mostly they're listed for around $80. Don't pay that. You will find them come up so often. I mean, not too rarely, around 40. So there's one right now on eBay for $45, and right now is last week of October. I can't tell you what day it is. So the one we're doing is The Feast, because we thought that would be fun because it's Thanksgiving. So I have not marked it yet, so let's find it. I love this one with the Weasel King. This artist, Peterson, what's his name? David Peterson is a graphic artist, and these are pages, uncolored pages from his graphic novels, which are colored and beautiful and a lot of fun. And you can find them free on Kindle. If you have the Kindle Unlimited subscription, you'll find them free to read there. You can also find them very affordably used on eBay. They're pretty affordable new too. And these pages are from a variety of his books. A lot of these are from The Black Axe, which is a wonderful book. They're all wonderful books if you like graphic novels. I love graphic novels, so. And the artistry is so cool. I mean, really cool. And I know these pages scare people, but they're so easy because look, there's really no shading for you to do. Just run a marker over that. And the paper's great. Some markers, if they're too wet, now they will go through this paper. So be careful. Don't go over and over a spot. That's when I've had bleed through. Let things dry and then go over it. Aren't these all great? This is a book that I love to lay in bed and look through, especially because I've read a few of these novels, so about half of these pictures I recognize from the books I've read. The setting is it's a world of mice, and it's a medieval mice, so it's all princes and queens and noble warriors and champions, and it's medieval, but it's all mice, so it's kind of fun. Okay, this is the one we're doing, This Feast. There we go, because it is American Thanksgiving, which is all about food. So I thought this would be fun. There's a flagon of ale, and look, there's like the fall type maple leaves and stuff. So I think that this one was a good choice. Dana chose it, and I think it's fantastic for November. Looking forward to it. And it's funny how fast these go because, like I say, there's not a lot of shading to be done, really. So this is one of my easier pages for the month. That's Mouse Guard, David Peterson. Just absolutely love this book. And I bought mine used off of eBay, I think. Here's another one that I do have. I guess I have quite a few books that are actually touched, but not a lot. Secret World of Frog. Someone direct messaged me the other day asking what the name of this book was and the artist, because they wanted to purchase it. They'd seen it on my channel and they remembered it. And I went, oh yeah, that book. I want to do a page in it. That's how I get reminded. Now this one has that awful, really thin paper. It's as thin as the Angela Gonzalez paper, you know, the Happy Cats and the Sea One and the Happy Fairies. And I've been very graciously gifted those and love them. The thin paper doesn't bother me because I use alcohol markers, and now that I've been playing around with the Angela Gonzalez books, I understand how much this alcohol markers spread on this thin paper, and actually pencils would probably work pretty well because there's a bit of tooth on this. I know pencils work good on the other books, but this was a gift from my dear friend Rachel, Jelly Starburst, and the only page I've done in here is, and this book is by Lucy Hatter. And you can get this off Amazon. This is Amazon printed. Can I just say, this book is so fun. I absolutely love this book. That little frog is so adorable. This is the only one I've done, and it was a tester page. I tested a lot of different mediums. Everything worked pretty fine. So it's kind of not very cohesive because I was just trying different things. So now I want to do a page, and this is mostly alcohol markers. I tested some water-based markers, some glitter gel pens, and then the background looks like it's makeup, eyeshadow, and so yeah, it all worked. In fact, you can see the alcohol markers, but the only thing that's on the back sides is a little saying, like this is life is like a cup of tea. It's all about how you make it. It's cute little sayings, soothing little sayings. The quote for this page says, the quotes must be on the back because it's about a cup of tea. I bet that's the way it goes. Yeah, but that's the only page I've done. So I did mark a couple. This bag is so good. I marked this one. Now it's a little bit busier, so I'm going to have to get fine liners or pencils in here because there's no way I can do the way this page on a thicker page, I could do alcohol markers in these little tiny spaces easy. But this paper spreads alcohol markers so much that I couldn't do those books with alcohol marker or probably even water-based marker. A lot of the little stuff in here I won't be able to do with alcohol marker. But that would probably be the only reason that I would not do this page was because I needed something simpler for my brain or something. But I love this. He's knitting, and right now I'm crocheting that cardigan, and there's all these oak leaves and acorns, so it's very fall, and there's, a fire with a teapot being heated up on it and a candle burning. I just thought this was super cozy and would be great for November. It's very much a cool fall type thing. Looks like I have one other. Oh, the other one I thought maybe, and now looking at it, I'm going to definitely do the cozy one. Was this one. This one's where he's got the mushroom hat on and he's out gathering mushrooms. Although there are flowers, so I would probably, but he's wrapped up in a scarf, so I don't know. Mushrooms are both spring and fall. I would say this is fall by the way he's dressed, but then the flowers throw me off, so makes my brain hurt, and a butterfly, so I don't know. But even the back of this one, what does the back one say? It's okay to take it slow, you have time. Now, the one I just flipped past is a wallpaper page that I would probably never do, but it's all fall-related stuff. And this would be a fantastic test your mediums page because, yeah, here you could test out how small you can go with water-based or alcohol markers before you have to switch to a drier medium. Yeah. So that's the one I'm going to do about in the Secret World of Frog. If you have this book and want to do that with me, the one where he's knitting, let me know. I love this little book. It's a little tiny book. It's just so sweet and adorable, and I love it. Thank you, Rachel. This book makes me very happy. Here's an untouched one. Yam Puffs Chibi Tarot. Now this one, this one has a check by it. So this was a gift as well. Let's see. God, who sent me this one? Oh, this is Rachel as well. Rachel, from Jelly Starburst. I didn't know this existed, and then I saw someone's completed pages, and they had colored out of it, and I was like, oh, another cute tarot book. And as you know, I do this series, #Color the Tarot, of which there's been way too long of a break between the last card and now, so I need to get my butt on that. especially since Jill, J.I. Colorist, has caught up. I was using that as an excuse. Oh, you don't have to catch up. There's no time frame. Just start at the beginning and do it. Work through that series at your own pace. But I was like, oh, we have to wait for J.I. We have to wait for Jody. We can't go forward. But now she's caught up. She's waiting on me. Oh my goodness, I've just been distracted with other things. This book is really, really fun. In the Color the Tarot series, every time those videos are a labor of love. They're about 12 hours of editing, and yeah, they're a lot. But this I do a compilation of everyone's pages that up to the day that I create that video. So that compilation is getting longer and longer and longer and longer. It's set to music, and it starts with the Fool and goes up through the Tarot, and you get to see everybody's pages that have colored using that hashtag. And this girl has shown up a lot. And I think someone told me where she was from, because I asked one time because she's so cute. And then I must have forgotten because I didn't pick up the book. But these chibis, and this is by Yam Puff. These chibi, the High Priestess. That's the one I was thinking about doing. I just love that girl. But their descriptions are on the back of each page. And this is a really tall, thin book. Single-sided, thin paper, not as thin as The Secret World of Frog, but typical Amazon thin paper, The Emperor. But absolutely wonderful. And I kind of want to do every single one in here. So I wanted to get one of these done because I will be doing the next video for the next card pretty quick, and I'm going to add this book into the collection. I currently have 5 books that I work out of in that series, so I'm going to add this one. A lot of you have it, and it is really sweet. Now, I don't have a page picked, so if any of you want to do buddy with me, the whole book's open. I would prefer to do any card up to Justice, because that's where we are in the video series, and I would just like to stick with the cards that we've researched, because now that I've researched them and we've talked about them in the videos, I know them. So then when I'm coloring this, I'm thinking about, the attributes that go with this card, and it's more of a meditative thing for me. So this is Justice. So if we could pick anything before Justice, I would love that. Up to and Justice, including Justice. That's what we're doing next. The one after that's the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One, this one is called, and I'm really excited about doing that card. But this is the card that's going to be the next video. So if anybody wants to do one of these, and I like them all. I really do. They're just so adorable. I'm leaning towards something like this or this one. This one just really gets me every time. I think this is the one I really prefer to do. I will put a bookmarker in there, and yeah, hit me up if you'd like to do a buddy in that book. I know it's not very common. Okay, do I have this one marked for sure? You have it on the list. Let's skip this one for now. What's this one on the list? Sorry, I have a lot of books in a bucket. I want to do the ones that I for sure am doing. Okay, here's one I for sure am doing. Vengeful Forest, which I absolutely love this Mythagoria. It was my favorite Mythagoria. Night Terrors by Fabiana Attanasio was my favorite. It's a really good one if you like scary but not gory. It's the least gory of all of these. Vengeful Forest is not as gory as Fabiana's new one, which is, Haunted Hearts. But this is Chili Caro, but it is gory. This was my favorite until Poison and Passion came along, and that's Alessandra Fusi. Oh, Poison and Passion. I'm sorry, Vengeful Forest, but Poison and Passion just edged you out to be the best one. That one, stunning book. Absolutely stunning. But I love this one too. So the one I'm doing and I've done quite a few pages in this one. The one I'm doing this month for November is The Pilgrims. Now I have a buddy. Make sure I get the Instagram tag right. Is it Paula? Did I do this with Paula? Yes. Nope, that's the Headless Horseman. I have so many Mythagorias that I do because I love Mythagorias. I'll put it up here, who I'm buddying with, because I'm having a brain fart right now. And they finished theirs already. And it's wonderful. And I could not get mine finished. I was like, I don't think I'm going to get it for October. The reason I wanted to do this book is that, wait, do I have it written down here? Nope. Vengeful Forest Pilgrims is all I wrote down. Way to be prepared. Of all the pages in this book, and there are, there's a lot in these Mythagorias, and they're all terrifying. And this one is an especially terrifying book. More than gory, this is scary. Vengeful Forest is a scary, scary book. Disturbing. Yeah, I would say Vengeful Forest is less gory than what Fabiana Attanasio is doing these days, but it's very disturbing. So, but out of all of those disturbing images, this one scares me the most. This is my most scary page. There's something about the way these woodcutters, pilgrims, whatever they are just standing entranced. And I don't see any tools or anything, but there is a fallen tree here, and this one's standing on a stump, and they're just sort of staring. They remind me very much of the Blair Witch the Blair Witch Project, of which I couldn't really get through because it made me throw up. The bouncing of the camera makes me sick. But I was able to watch it in pieces, and the very, very end, that last shot with the young person standing in the corner, it brings back that. And then it's got hands reaching out, and this hand is so close to the viewer. And there's hands reaching around all the trees, and then the stars are kind of weird spirals, and it's just they're entranced in this forest. And I think it's totally freaky. It freaks me out. My story when I saw this was that, this is during the Salem witch trials. These are the witch hunters, and the forest is coming back to get them. What's weird is all of these men look exactly alike. I really want to get a hold of Chelly, and I need to because I comment on her Instagram a lot, and she's very prolific on Instagram. I need to just ask her, what was she thinking about this? What is this story? Now, my buddy's story was that the trees are getting back at them for being cut down. So it's just either way or any way, any story you make out of this page just really terrifies me. It's very scary to me. So I'm really looking forward to doing it. It will be minimal. I mean, these guys are all exactly the same. These are all trees. I mean, I can see me doing a minimal palette, but I need to figure out what sort of effect I want to do to really convey that terror that's in here, and I haven't quite come up with that yet. So my buddy was like, hey, well, then let's do this for Thanksgiving. They look like pilgrims. So American Thanksgiving is all about some happily ever after story about pilgrims sitting down with Native Americans and having a big meal, because that's how we want to remember history. We were always nice to them. Everybody got along and was happily ever after. So yeah, this is on the plate. So if you have Vengeful Forest, and actually this isn't a difficult one to color. So if you've never tried your Vengeful Forest, want to break into it, this is a good one to break into. Easy coloring, just really scary to look at. I love this book. All right. What else do I have? Oh, yep, I did put a check mark next to that one. Another untouched book, which I can't believe it. I've not been good at getting into my Camilla d'Aragos. The others are touched, but just like 1 or 2 pages. I don't know why I don't pull this out that much. I just don't. And so this is Pop Manga, Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures. So the one I picked, and you guys have seen this book, right? This is what I picked for Halloween. I was going to do this in October, one of these 2 scary pages. Her with the octopus, the mechanical octopus on her head, who seems to be taking over. Or this one, which actually looks like the octopus might be trying to eat her because she's all bloody. I picked these out for Halloween. Now, I'm not going to get these done for Halloween. So, really, I've always loved this one too. I mean, anything's up for grabs for November. So, that's pretty. That's really pretty. So, I don't have really a page solidly chosen for November. I mean, this is also from Rachel. This is also a gift from Rachel, my sweet Rachel. Jelly Starburst. Gosh, I love her so much. Yeah. So I don't have a page picked in this one. It's such a beautiful book. I think the reason that I have a problem, well, I know what the reason is that these are double-sided. And these pages just scream, I want alcohol markers on them. So I have a really hard time coloring these with the mediums. I can't use the mediums I love. So I have to get more creative. You know, gel art sticks. I'm not sure how watercolor might work, but you really want to be careful with the water on these. But the pages are way too big to do them in pencil. You know, crayons, things like that. It needs to be like wax-based, oil-based mediums. I have those new Mungyo aquarelle water pastels, oil pastels. They're soluble in water. Maybe I'll try those. Yeah, I can see myself doing a few in here, you know. I mean, I like every page. And I don't worry about the background. There's no way I'm coloring in all that stuff. It'll just be probably distress inks or something. That's cool. Nothing has really called out to me when I flip through it because I just like all of them. I love this one. It is the fall, the dark and solemn and spooky season, so I was kind of not wanting something too springy and summery, like not that. I'm cautious about taking a double page spread just because I already have a big one that I'm doing. But see, why haven't I done any of these? They're so cute. And I could do pencil on their faces. Maybe because I wasn't good with faces. I just only recently got pencils and the knowledge to use them to do skin. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Do you guys have this book? I mean, it's a great book. I love sea creatures. I love underwater coloring, so this is right up my alley. This is everything I love. This one and her spooky one are my favorites. This one is really neat. It's really calling to me. This one is. That's a busy, busy page, but I really like it. I think I'm gonna put a bookmark there just in case. That would work for November because it's raining. It should start raining here by November. It's usually raining by now. We have a rainy season here in Oregon, in the valley. It's 9 months of the year. Once it starts, it doesn't stop until late spring, early summer. This is like the Freaks of the Circus. She's just really cool. So minimal. You could do so much to her. This would be a great altering page. And here's the 2 that I've marked that I really like. I'm going to keep that mark in there because I still really like them. These half a head ones kind of freak me out. because they're missing the back of their head. Okay, this is another one I think is pretty awesome. I love it that the hair is covering her eyes. I think that's really cool. And that, I think I can't tell though. The dragon looks like it doesn't have a body. Like this is her body, and then the dragon goes maybe that way. I don't know, but it's a pretty neat. I kind of think of it more like a dragon spirit. Aww, that's adorable. That is absolutely adorable. Yeah, I'd do that. This is one that I want to do eventually, not this month. Axolotl. Aww. She's got to get her bees in somewhere. Camilla loves her bees. Gosh, her people are so cute. God, this is a great one, isn't it? It's very cool. I love both of these. What is that little creature? I don't know, but it's cool. Things in bathtubs. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's Olga Rani's prompt, right? She has a prompt that's things in bathtubs, but I love things in bathtubs. Maybe this one with the rubber duckies and her diver's helmet. All right, I need to put a bookmark here too. So this is a possibility. Yeah, I love that. Happy. Seepy. I think it's interesting how sometimes, it's like dark solid lines and sometimes it's like pencil sketching. This reminds me of Denise Escobar. I love her artwork, and her artwork's all pencil sketchy like this. Yeah, so there's 3 that I might be interested in. This bathtub one. This rainy one, I really like that one. These, yeah. So that's Pop Manga Mermaids, Camilla D'Errico. If you want to buddy one of those with me, let me know. Just one. I'll just be doing one because I have so many other books I have to work out of. Tolkien. Yes. This is a new book that was given to me. Oh, Jack here. Not a new book, an older book given to me. This was from someone's collection. This is actually Tamara Farley, and this is her out of her own collection. She just wasn't coloring in it and asked me if I'd like to have it, and I loved these books. So yeah, and it's really cool. I mean, the pages are pretty neat. Yeah, so I still have the Gollum one. I was wanting to get to him in October, but I didn't. I still have this one favorited. That's an option. Smeagol. Aren't these great? These are really neat pages. They're just so cool. And I saw the movies, but a long time ago, so I'm just going to color these things whatever my little brain wants to color them. She's neat. I like this guy, too. I like him mean and ugly. These are different artists that have done these. Several different artists, I think. No. Yes. No. Sorry, yeah, it's Mauro Mazzara and Andrea Paparo, 2 Italians that have done these. So it's 2 different folks that have been the artists. This one is cool, and one day I do want to tackle this one. Absolutely want to do this page with these dead soldiers. Oh, very cool. I do have a bookmark coming up, though, so I must have picked something. These ravens in the swamp missing their eyeballs. It's a thing about eyeballs falling out of ravens. You see that in Vengeful... You see that in a lot of the Mythagorias, especially Vengeful Forest. He's cool. What are those trees called? Ints. Right, they have the names of them down at the bottom of the page. I loved that part of the movie. I love that part of the book. These things I thought about too for Halloween. Pretty scary. This one, I did a boar in Vengeful Forest a lot like this, so I'm going to hold off on that one, although I really love that page. This page is cool. Of course I like the double page spreads. Now this is single-sided, really good paper. Pretty good paper, like old mythographic paper. But it's single-sided, so I would preferably want to do something. Oh, this was maybe for Halloween. I was thinking about doing this, but that also would be pretty cool. Maybe I'll just keep that there just in case. That's like the most wickedest werewolf I've ever seen. That's neat. I love this one. It's amazing artwork. That one's cool. See, now I think the fishes with things on their back is kind of cool ever since I saw Amy's page where she did the turtle on its back with that big light source underneath it. It's like, oh, wouldn't this page be hard? Holy cow, it's a lot of people to do. Dune. Yikes. Ew, they scare me. Isn't neat? See, if it's single-sided, that means that I have to use water-based and, non-wet medium. So I'm more attracted to the more detailed pages. Pages with lots of, this is fine because the background I can do in all kinds of things. That's a cool guy. Here too, but if the characters aren't very detailed, that's going to kind of turn me off because I can't use my alcohol markers. This guy is neat. Wow, that might be neat for fall with his antlers and stuff. And how often do I do men? Well, not at all since I'm a nun. Sorry. PG-13. Yeah, that might be an option. He's really cool. I need another. Okay. I'm sorry. This is a cool double page spread. The spider's actually got people in their web. This one's fun. That's another drinking one. And I kind of wanted to try to get as much food and drink as I could in November. And that kitty sure is cute. I'd love to give him a red hair and beard. Okay, that's not bad either. Let me mark this one. I don't need that big of a booklet. There we go. Huh, we got a few choices in here. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Both of these are cool. Doodles, look at this tree. It's got a face in it. Doodles loves trees. She's beautiful. But I'm doing another woman kind of like that this month in another book, which I will show you. Just these characters are so interesting. I just think they would be really interesting to color. This almost reminds me of like a Kirby page, with the two giant things fighting. Trolls! Oh, this is the other one I marked. This is a double page. The only thing that I give pause about this is all this space. Like, what medium can I use? But this is really cool. I don't know if I'm going to feel like something this spooky in November, though. It is food. It's vampire food. Yeah, I'll keep it there. It's just such a cool page. So I don't know if any of you guys have this book. I think some of you do. Wow, that's cool. I think some of you have this book. This is another double page spread I really want to do at some point. Don't mind me yawning. I've had a really tiring day. I love that ox. Ooh. This guy is really wicked. Oh, that's Saurin. Yeah, he's wicked. But you know, it's the month after Halloween. Maybe I don't want to do anything too spooky. Maybe I don't know. It is easier if I just pick a page and stick with it, though. Then I have less decision making to happen. I'm really kind of thinking about that Huntsman page. I've always loved this one. You shall not pass. I am thinking the right movie, aren't I? Gandalf. Wow. Another cool page. God, there's a lot of cool pages in this book. Yeah, I'll look through this some more at my leisure. God, I really do like this one. And this one. I don't know, though. I'm really drawn to this. Just something fun. Maybe because I've done so much spooky in October, which I love spooky. And I'm doing a werewolf right now. I think I'll take the werewolf off the page because I'm doing a giant werewolf right now. Aww. What else did I mark? Gollum. I always got to keep him in the mix, maybe. Yeah, so I definitely want to get in this. This was a beautiful gift, and I definitely want to do something out of this. So hit me up if you're interested. Okay. Any Day Autumn. Do I have that one right next to me? The Any Day Autumn is one that I've been coloring in for October. I've colored a few in here with various people, and I want to keep coloring in it because it's autumn, and autumn doesn't last very long. Oh, okay, I totally want to do that. I absolutely want to do this one. Right there. I absolutely want to do that. But I love every page in this book. So you're going to see in the finished pages that there's quite a few that I've done for Halloween. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. So if you want to do something out of Any Day Autumn, let me know. I will be working out of it. Probably a few pages out of that one. And here is one. Do you guys have this one? Pop Manga Glow in the Dark. Manga Glow in the Dark. This is not Camila de Erico. I have it with her books because I often forget that. It's these guys, Juan and Santiago Calle. And these two, I think they're brothers. These two actually have a new book coming out. And it's a scary book. It's a horror book, coloring book. So it's interesting. I love this book, but I've never colored in it. And I've had it for years. So let's pick a page together. Let me get a drink of water. Now, it does have that weird glow-in-the-dark stuff that I haven't experimented with, but I don't think you can color over it. It's kind of textured and a little bit sticky, but many of the pages don't have it at all. So that's what I've found with most glow-in-the-dark books, is that not every page has it. I would need to experiment to see if we can color over it. I don't know if you can. It seems like you would be able to color over it with like a Sharpie or something, but these are double-sided. I think I'll just pick a page that doesn't have it. Like this whole double page doesn't have it. I don't think many of the pages have it, and these two both do. That looks like Shakiro. And I love these. It looks like they're pulled straight out of a book, of a scene of or a manga, or a scene of an anime. That's a great one right there with the dinosaurs. It's a big book. This is not a double page spread. Look at an acorn. Fairies dancing with the acorn. It's an option. I don't want to do birds. I have to be in the mood for birds. It's adorable. See, none of these have the... This one's adorable. See, and I also love the way these guys draw perspective. Like, you're looking down on these guys. I love that bunny. And there are also a lot of abstract stuff going on. That one's cool. Gosh, there's a lot of cool ones in here. Oh, the squirrels. Why have I not done anything out of this book? I don't know. Because it sure is cute. Ooh. See, none of these have had the, I mean, this is the last pages that had the glow in the dark. Now we've been several pages with no glow in the dark. That one is cool. I'll do anything with pagodas or palaces in the background. It's fun. It's just a fun vibe. This whole book has a really fun vibe. Kitty. She's part kitty too. That's like an ocelot. These are cool. Okay. I think I want to do this one with the troll under the bridge. That's adorable. And the troll snoring. I'm going to put a bookmark there. Don't mind the boobs. All right, here, I'm going to put a bookmark over. That's a big contender. Now, here's the first ones we've seen in a while that has glow-in-the-dark stuff on it, but this one doesn't. See, some sort of scene, because, you know, here's these two. They're floating in the air. They're loving on each other. And then there's this weird bird man behind him glaring at him. It's like scenes from a book or a movie or something. And a lot of them are in the air. That one's cool. This one's neat. It's a mermaid and her dad, probably. And both of these are very cool Wizard of Oz, but they've got that glow-in-the-dark stuff all over them. Okay, here we go. Glow-in-the-dark. I'm going to skip over the glow-in-dark ones. Oh, Little Red Riding Hood. That one's neat. Oh, that one's neat too. Look at that happy little derpy dragon. Yeah. Let's put a mark on that one. I have all this spare scrap paper. Glow in the dark. This one's neat. Oh, I thought about doing this one for Halloween last year, because it's like two gypsies and a crystal ball. Yeah, I kind of want to not do another Halloween one so quickly. These are all pirates. Oh no, these are like the Three Musketeers, but there's three and then this one. Kind of a little bit Halloweened out. Oh, Baba Yaga. That's cool. With the little dolls. Oh, it's a double page spread. Oh, but it's so cool. Let's do it. I'm going to put a bookmark on it. It's a really cool double page spread. I'm just going to put it there. I may not get to it in November, but I'd like to do that one eventually. Ooh, another really good double page spread. Isn't this a fun book? I mean, the paper's good. The only thing that would make it better is if it's single-sided, but, you know, we can't have everything. I love this one because it's a female warrior. Whoa. Something about that, though, is oddly attractive. Like, you could just turn your brain off and color that. The kitty and the strawberry and the ice cream. Ooh, I want some ice cream. That's got too much glow-in-the-dark stuff. So yeah, not even a quarter of the pages have glow-in-the-dark. Ooh, both, as I say that, this cute one is all glow-in-the-dark. I don't know what they're arguing about. Well, they're arguing about something, and I like it. She's got an axolotl, and she's got various little sea creatures. She's got sea creatures and a little fox, and they're just yelling at each other. I don't know why, but that's really cute. Oh, one of her horns is broken. Have they been fighting? I don't know. This Hawaiian one will be fun in the summer. Or for you Australians who are having summer right now. Beautiful, but too much glow-in-the-dark stuff. I will, when I open this, experiment with one of these pages just to see if I can color over them. Double page spread of some fishies. Oh, yeah, because that's got the glow-in-the-dark. But I do want to color it. I like that one. I think that bug is biting her in the butt. She's being attacked by bugs. Oh, is she not adorable? Oh my God. Oh, it's a double page spread. Oh, she's a bunny girl and all these mechanical bunnies. Oh, that's so cute. And it's so not happening for November, but it's so cute. Oof. Why? Why? This one's neat. Oh, right, that's right. I've looked at doing this in alcohol markers because I don't care about this page. So I could do this page in alcohol markers, but then I remembered when I turned it, yeah, I love this. I love this one. So I would never throw away this page. This one's cute with the big caterpillars on him. Isn't this a fun book? Look at, there's a giant axolotl. Oh, that's neat. That's her with dinosaurs in her head. And she has a dinosaur paw. That reminds me, I need to do something out of Josh Lee's Mythical Animals. Because I have fallen away from that, and I really love that book. Mythical Animal Hybrid. This one would have been fun for Space Timber. It's like she was taking specimens and they got out. Aw, I wish this didn't have glow-in-the-dark stuff over all her skin, although it would look cool if it was glowing in the dark. But I don't understand glow-in-the-dark because, A, the coloring books are closed, so this stuff isn't getting charged to glow. But if you did leave it open and let it get charged in the daylight and then let it glow, you can't see what you colored in the dark. So what's the point of glow-in-the-dark? During the day, you can't see the glow-in-the-dark, and the night, you can't see the parts you colored. I don't know what the point is. I think I've seen this one done before. This is adorable. They're so derpy. More glow-in-the-dark stuff. Looks like Hansel and Gretel. Oh, look at him, and all of the foxtails. Double page spread, really neat. This book was really popular years ago, and then I just kind of never saw anybody coloring it. I think it's because of all this glow-in-the-dark stuff. But so many of the pages don't have it. I've always thought this one was cute. These little troll guys look kind of fun. And she's pretty awesome. I love the strong female characters in this one. There's strong ones, and then there's sweet ones. This is a fun one, too. Sleeping Princess. Wow, that's a neat double page spread. Two totally different types of dragons. Hello! hello. He's cute. There's him again. I really like these guys' artwork. Wait. Illustrated by Juan. This is illustrated by Liberum Donum. Maybe it's just this guy. This is a Thunder Bay press, so you know the paper's pretty good. So yeah, let's look back at the ones I marked. Oh, I really like this one. It just tells the whole story, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it does. These aren't going to be the fastest pages to color, that's for sure. I thought they might be the same characters. I think between those two, I like the one with the troll under the bridge better. Oh yeah, I just want to keep that in there. And then this one. They're so hangry, I don't know why. Maybe they need food. Okay, I'm gonna just leave those in there. It's probably gonna be this one, but this one is cool too. All right, so I don't know if you have this book, if you feel like getting involved with it. If you do, you've seen the ones that sort of interest me. Get a hold of me. All right, I have a couple of whips that I need to be working on. I need to do the second page, Into the Ocean Deep. I've already done the first. My buddy has finished the second. So now I have to do the second. Let me see how I fold this so you can see it. This is a crazy book. This book is all one big long page. So this is the second page. Yeah, here's the first, here's the second. So this is, I need to do this in November. I'm really looking forward to that. These are one-sided. The back side is just that. See, you can use alcohol markers. So I actually really love this. Oh, they've got, the levels are named. Oh, let's look and see what this one's called. Oh, geez. Do you guys remember when we had paper maps and when we went on trips? I could never fold them either. So let's see. We started here. I'm now at the Egyptian pyramid? No, I think I'm still at the top. I'm going to be doing this one, this part here. Then we go to the Egyptian period. All right, pyramid, period. So I'll be doing the second page, Into the Ocean Deep. That's happening. And let me see if there's anything else on my list that I might have missed. I do have a page in Wildflower Folk, and that is in my that's in my room. So I don't, oh yeah, I have that too. I don't have Wildflower Folk out here, but I'm doing the page called To the Tides, I think. What's it called? Wildflower Folk. Tides of Time. I have that, that's a buddy with Pole's Coloring, with Lil at Pole's Coloring, and she does phenomenal work in Wildflower Folk. So we often here and there do buddies in that one, and we're going to do the Tides of Time. That's with the woman who's got her arms kind of in a dancer's pose, and on one side there's like Canada geese flying, like migrating, and then there's some like reindeer or elk down here. I think the reindeer actually, and they're kind of circling her like that. It's a beautiful page. So we'll be doing that if you want to join her and I in that. The other book I have is this one that's part of Jamie's Coloring Love. She has a group that's going through this eerie one, the Journey Through Time coloring book. And you just go in order at your pace. And I'm going to get started on the next one, which is the other double page spread I'm doing this month. So that's kind of why I don't want another one. 2 is enough. This is what I've already done. And then this is what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be paper piecing it a bit together. I've gathered some supplies other than this. I know I've shown this in past videos, but I have a whole, not here, little container full of little paper pieces and stuff because I'm going to be starting to put this together. I toyed with the idea about making this a Halloween masquerade ball instead of the Marie Antoinette ball it is, but I really like the color scheme from this era, the Rococo, I think it's called, color schemes. And so I think I'm just going to do it like that. I have some really fun decorative papers that I'm going to use and some inks and things like that. So I'm going to get started on this. Don't know if I'll finish it, but I will get started on this. And then of course, Alien Worlds. So Alien Worlds, in Alien Worlds, I have finished the first planet. I showed this to you in the video just before this, where we entered all the Kirby books into my inventory journal, and I finished the Lost Paradise. So I'm moving on to the floating world. It's a gas planet with floating islands and flying life forms. I don't have the color palette picked out yet, or I probably would have started it already because I'm so excited. I was telling the group, if you're interested in doing this, it's a lot of fun. We're space explorers with names. Our ships have names. We build up stories around these planets we visit. You go at your own pace, and we all start with the first one, the Lost Paradise, but then you can go anywhere on the agenda. We all have the same agenda, but we go at our own pace and in whatever order we want. So this was my Lost Paradise, and this was the color palette I chose for that. So this is all the discoveries I found, and the data that I sent back to the group was this. And now we're starting this. Now, personally, myself, I don't look ahead because I'm the explorer, and I want to experience these things as my character is experiencing them. So I have no idea what's coming next. So it's a little hard picking out the palette and a little scary, but I've noticed, I was thinking, pinks and blues, and I've noticed quite a few people are doing that for this gaseous planet, but I think it just sort of lends itself to that. So it might still get the pinks and the blues and the purples, just because it's also so opposite from this planet. I really want to stay away from like primary reds and blues. I want to do something completely different. So I'm very excited. So this is what's happening for this month, of course. I don't need to bookmark it, but it feels good to bookmark it. So, and boy, finishing that first planet was like the biggest check on the biggest task ever. It was so fun. Anything else that I need to do? No. I would like to get something out of this, but I don't think I'll get to it. So this will probably be in December, because this is another untouched book, the Mythographic Artist Vault. I do have a flip through of this in one of my Happy Meals. I do have a couple of things marked off in here. This is a very deceiving book because it's like mesmerizing art from the archives. But the archives, what I thought it meant was previously published images, and they've just put together older images, because 75% of the images in here have those hidden objects. But that's not what it is. It's almost all previously unpublished images that didn't make it into the books they were scheduled to be in. There's only one that I found that was previously published. That was in a labyrinth. Oh, I also love these purple petals. But I also think there might be some in here that are in animals, and I don't have animals, Joseph Kattenbang's animals, but I have ordered it cheap off of eBay, so I will be getting it. But I've never seen any of these, so really fun, really fun. That, of course, that's Fabiana. So just the fact that it's a whole book of previously unseen images, yay! So that's one sitting next to me taunting me, but it's probably not going to happen until December because I got too much other stuff to do for November. So that's what I have. Let me check my list. Was there anything else I said yes I had to do? I would really like to do something from Mystic Art Mirrors. I have her stuff on PDF. I wanted Hollow Moon art, but I just saw my list getting too big. The Mythical Hybrids, it looks like I also crossed that out. That's Jash Lee and Denise Escobar. Those are all PDFs that I have. I'd be happy to go through any of those books. I think I've shown them at one point. You'll also see them when I enter them into my new journal, my new inventory journal. But I'll go through any book I mentioned that if you want to see a flip through of it. But those are probably not going to make it. Yep, everything else I've shown you. So that's it for November. I hope you guys are going to have a fantastic November, but right now is the only moment we have. So even though I'm planning ahead and looking for November and figuring out what I'm going to do in November, I understand that the future hasn't happened. What does Master Oogway say from Kung Fu Panda? The past is history. The future is a mystery. All we have now is a present. And that's why it's called a gift, the present. So it's a gift. This moment right here is a gift. And as long as we live in this moment right here, it's almost like we're eternal, right? Like we live forever, because it's always this moment. It's never tomorrow or yesterday. It's always this moment, whatever this moment is. So live in this moment. Check in with yourself and see how you feel and what you need right now in this moment, because that's all we've got. So yeah. But if you want to take a peek into November, that's what this video was about. And now that it's out into the world, if you, I'll just wait to hear from anybody, and I'll just go down my list in November, and I'm looking forward to it. But right now, here in this moment, I'm working on this beast. Did I scare you? He scares me. This is that awesome Alan Robert book, Universal Monsters, my favorite book of his. And this is a buddy I'm doing, and my buddy's already finished. So here you go, buddy. What do you think? I'm using the Kuretake graphite colors, the watercolors, for a lot of this. The water is having several stages of layering, so it's kind of in an ugly stage right now. But I have an idea what it'll look like at the end. So that's what I'm working on in this moment tonight. All right. I love you all, especially you. Take care. Bye-bye.